The community day that I and many other people have been hoping for is finally happening this Sunday, August 18th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time is Beldum Community Day Classic. This is going to be mine and I'm sure a lot of other people's favorite community day of the year. At the end, I will go over why Metagross is so good, because it is so good, and why in the future it'll be even better. But first, I want to give you all the event details plus a few tips so that you can be as prepared as possible for this event. So let's jump right into it. We are going to, of course, have Beldum spawning all over the place with a boosted shiny rate of 1 in 25. And if you evolve Beldum into Metang and then that Metang into Metagross, you're going to have a Metagross that knows the charged attack Meteor Mash. You definitely want this on your Metagross if you plan on using it in the GBL or as a steel type raid attacker. Again, I'll go over all that stuff a little bit later in the video, but let's go over all the rest of the event details, starting of course with the bonuses. For this community day, we are going to get quarter hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the event. So if you have any of those 7-kilometer event eggs left over, a good time to try and clear some of those out. And then we will get the lure modules and incense, excluding daily adventure incense, activated during the event, lasting for 3 hours. And of course, those snapshot encounters as well. We are going to have the standard community day field research as well. So catch 3 Beldum. That will get you rewards such as Stardust, Great Balls, and additional encounters with Beldum. Now, these additional encounters are the best way to hunt Hundos, and because of that boosted shiny rate, Shundos. So this is definitely something you don't want to sleep on. Do as many of these event encounters as possible. Now, a lot of people talk about buying the ticket, and that $1 or roughly about $1, depending on where you live in the world, ticket is a good way to get a few extra encounters. It'll get you a few Beldum encounters, probably a Metang encounter and a Metagross encounter as well. But honestly, these field research are the best way to hunt Hundos and Shundos. Now, they of course have that IV floor of 10, 10, 10, so none of the IV stats can be below that, but you also get the boosted shiny rates in the research as well, which means you not only have a better chance of getting a Hundo, but getting a Shundo, and it's much better than the ticket if you have, quite a few stops that you can hit anyways, because you can get much more field research encounter tasks generally than you'll get encounters from the ticket. So if you can't afford the ticket, don't worry about that. Go after the field research encounters. And as I mentioned, we are going to have that $1 USD community day ticket. This is a good one to buy if you can afford it. You do get a few more encounters, and the premium items that are in there are generally worth the more than the $1 price. So if you can afford it, you might want to get this one. But as I said, if you can't, just stick to hunting those Hundo Beldums in the field research encounters. Now, if you want to drop a little bit more money on the game and be able to get an elite charge TM, you could go to the web store and buy that bundle there. So there it will cost you $4.99. You can get 10 Ultra Balls, 1 Elite Charge TM, and that 1 special research ticket. So if you need that Elite Charge TM, you could get it that way. However, if you're looking just for that Elite Charge TM, another option is to go to the web store. We are going to have these standard community day bundles in there. So that first one is going to cost 1,350 Pokecoins. That's going to get you 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge TM, and 5 Lucky Eggs. Between those 5 Lucky Eggs, those 5 Super Incubators, and those 50 Ultra Balls, you're basically getting that cost, 1,350 Pokecoins. So you basically get the Elite Charge TM for free there. Definitely a good one to get if you have the coins. You can't often buy these in the store. There is going to be another bundle for 480 Pokecoins. That's going to get you 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Incense, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lure Module. And then we are going to have Pokestop showcases as well. So if you get any double XLs, save those, throw them in the showcases, try and work on that showcase medal, maybe get yourself an encounter with PhD Pikachu. All right, that's it for the event details. Let's jump into the tips. I already talked about the field research. Definitely don't sleep on those. That is the best way to get Hundos and Shundos. And if you are hunting for those Hundos and Shundos, you definitely want to know what the Hundo CP numbers are. So let's take a look at those. So you can see from research, the Hundo is 418 CP. And then if you're hunting it in the wild in non-boosted weather, the Hundo is going to be 837 CP at its max level. That's level 30, or 906 CP in boosted weather at its max level, which is level 35, and it is boosted in snowy or windy weather. And remember that the only time you can know a wild Pokemon is a Hundo if it is at the max level it can be at in the wild. There are a lot of other CP numbers that go with other Hundos that aren't the max level, so you definitely want to catch and check them all. But if you see 837 in non-boosted weather or 906 in boosted weather, that's a guaranteed hundo. And all you really need for Metagross is hundos. I guess you could get some PvP IV ones if you want to run it as a super spicy pick in something like the Great League or the Ultra League. But honestly, Metagross performs best in the Master League and as a raid type attacker, and we will talk about that in a second. But first, that also means you need as many candies as possible to be able to power it up either for the Master League or as raid attackers or both. So let's take a look at the best megas to use so that you can get the most amount of candy during this community day. Now the whole family is both Steel Psychic type, including Beldum, so that means you can choose from either a Steel Mega or a Psychic Mega. So the options there are Mega Steelix, Mega Scizor, Mega Aggron, Mega Lucario, Mega Alakazam, Mega Slowbro, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Medicham, Mega Latias or Latios, and Mega Rayquaza. And remember to use whichever Mega you have that is at the highest Mega level, because that will get you the most amount of candies and the best chance at Candy XL. And you're probably going to want a lot of Candy XL because Metagross is good both in the GBL and as a raid attacker. So let's take a look at its stats now. So you can see just regular Metagross has a max CP of 4,286, an attack of 257, a defense of 228, and a stamina of 190. So it is a fairly good Pokemon just on its own. It is a pseudo-legendary. However, Metagross also has a Mega that will no doubt make its way into Pokemon Go at some point, so it will become even better at that point. But as you can see here, it's already pretty good. It ranks 55 in the Master League right now, and as a Steel-type raid attacker, not as a Shadow, not as a Mega, it is number 2, and as a Shadow, it's number 1. And of course, when the Mega comes, it will actually take that number 1 spot. However, when I was looking at the stats, I did notice that Shadow Metagross actually has a higher DPS than Mega Metagross. However, because it takes that 20% reduction to defense, it doesn't stay on the field as long, so its total damage output is actually lower. So Mega Metagross will be better, but dang, these are going to be some very good Steel-type attackers for a long time to come in Pokemon Go. Now, as a Psychic type, it doesn't do quite as well. The regular Metagross ranks at number 17, and the Shadow ranks at number 9, so it does okay as a Shadow, but it definitely shines best as a Steel type raid attacker. That's what I use mine for. It's very good. I love using it. Also, I just love Metagross. I think it's got a great shiny. A little bit of bias there. And you can see the movesets up on screen there too. The nice thing here is that if you're using it as a Steel type raid attacker, it's basically the exact same moveset, but you just need to add that second move, Earthquake, to make it really shine in the GBL. One of the nice things for Metagross as well in the GBL, it has quite a few resistances, not a lot of weaknesses, and it's pretty strong against some good typings. So you can see Fairy in there. That's why it really shines in the GBL. Strong against fighting, strong against ice, which you see a lot of in the GBL as well. Strong against poison and strong against rock. So definitely a good Pokemon to get your hands on. Try not to miss this community day if you can. All right, everybody, that's all the information I have for you in this video. I'm very curious, are you as excited for this community day as I am? Or is there something else you're looking forward to more or that you hope comes this year? Or maybe a community day in the past that you enjoyed more than this one? Let me know in the comments down below. But right now we have to say a big thank you to our mythical members, Body on a Planet, Kate, Assassin Octopus, and Fallman. Thank you to them for supporting the channel at the mythical level. It really does help out, as well as all of you who watch the video, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, come to the live streams, whether you chat or lurk. All of that stuff is super helpful and makes future videos and future live streams possible. So thank you to you. Happy hunting. I hope you get yourself a Shundo Beldum, and we'll see you in the next one, friends.